Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be a little different, but it's a conversation we need to have. We're talking about depression, what it is, how it shows up in our lives, and most importantly, what we can do about it. Whether you're here because you're struggling or you want to understand it better to help someone else, this video is for you. Depression is not just feeling sad or down once in a while. It's a serious mental health issue that can impact anyone, any age, any background, at any time. And if you're living with depression, it can make the simplest things feel like climbing a mountain. But here's the thing, you're not alone, and you don't have to fight it alone either. Let's take a look at a few points about depression. Number 1. What is depression really? Depression is more than just a passing mood. It's a condition that alters how you think, feel, and act. People who are depressed aren't just sad or lazy. They're struggling with an overwhelming sense of hopelessness, exhaustion, and sometimes numbness. Imagine having a heavy fog that clouds your thoughts, saps your energy, and makes even getting out of bed feel like a monumental task. That's what depression can feel like. And the thing is, it often doesn't make sense. You could be going through a really difficult time, or maybe everything in your life looks fine on the outside, but inside, something just isn't right. And that's okay. It's real, and it's valid. Number 2. Myths and misconceptions. One of the biggest challenges with depression is the stigma that surrounds it. People often hear things like, just snap out of it, or you have so much to be happy about, which can make those dealing with depression feel even worse. Here's the truth. Depression is not something you can just will away. You can't just think positive and suddenly be fine. It's also important to note that depression doesn't always look the same in everyone. Some people withdraw from friends and family, while others might seem fine on the surface but are struggling deeply on the inside. Sometimes it's even hard for people to realize they're depressed because they've gotten so used to feeling that way. Number 3. Physical symptoms of depression. We often think of depression as just a mental or emotional issue, but it can also manifest physically. People with depression can experience chronic fatigue, which is feeling tired all the time, no matter how much sleep you get. Aches and pains, including headaches, stomach problems, or other unexplained aches. Sleep disturbances, by either sleeping way too much or struggling with insomnia. Appetite changes. Some people might lose their appetite altogether, while others turn to food for comfort. These physical symptoms are just as real as any mental ones, and they can be incredibly disruptive to daily life. Number 4. The emotional roller coaster. Another side of depression that's often misunderstood is how unpredictable it can be. One day you might feel somewhat okay, and the next, you're in a deep pit of sadness or emptiness. It's like being on a roller coaster where the highs are never quite high enough and the lows can be devastating. For some people, depression can create an overwhelming sense of guilt or shame. You might feel like a burden to those around you, or even start to believe the world would be better off without you. If this is you, I want you to know this. Your life has value, and these thoughts, no matter how loud they get, are not the truth. Depression distorts reality. It's not a reflection of your worth. Number 5. Reaching out for help. One of the hardest parts of depression is reaching out for help. It can feel impossible to admit that you're struggling. You might fear being judged or misunderstood, but here's the thing. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of bravery. There are many ways to get help. Therapy, counseling, support groups, and sometimes medication are all tools that can help manage depression. Don't let the stigma of seeking treatment hold you back. If you broke your leg, you wouldn't hesitate to see a doctor, right? Your mental health deserves the same level of care. If you're not sure where to start, talk to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or even a healthcare professional. Taking that first step can make a world of difference, And if you're supporting someone with depression, just being there, listening without judgment, and offering some small acts of kindness can mean the world. Number 6, remembering that self-care isn't selfish. When you're depressed, basic self-care can feel like an impossible task, but it's crucial to healing. Small things like taking a shower, eating a balanced meal, or stepping outside for a few minutes of sunlight can slowly start to lift the fog. It's about taking things one step at a time and being gentle with yourself. And remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's about refueling your body and mind so you can keep going. You don't have to fix everything at once, but taking tiny steps each day can make a difference over time. Number 7, the power of connection. One thing I want to mention is the importance of connection. Depression can make you want to isolate, but reaching out to people, even when it feels difficult, can help. Whether it's talking to a friend, joining an online community, or simply spending time with people who make you feel safe, human connection can be a powerful antidote to depression. If you're someone who knows a loved one struggling with depression, your presence matters more than you realize. Just showing up, listening, and being there for them can provide a lifeline of support. Number 8, depression and social media. In today's world, social media plays a huge role in how we see ourselves and others. It's easy to scroll through Instagram or TikTok and feel like everyone else's life is perfect while you're stuck feeling low. But here's a reality check. Social media often shows only the highlight reel of people's lives. No one's life is as perfect as it looks online, and comparing yourself to others can deepen feelings of worthlessness or isolation. If you find that social media makes your depression worse, it's okay to take a step back. Prioritize your mental health over keeping up with everyone else's posts. Number 9, how to support someone with depression. If someone you love is battling depression, it can be hard to know what to say or do. The most important thing you can offer is your presence. You don't have to have the right words or solutions. Just listening without judgment can provide immense comfort. It's also helpful to encourage them to seek professional help if they haven't already. Remember, depression is not something you can fix for them, but your patience, understanding, and love can make a world of difference. Number 10, hope and healing. Although depression can make it feel like there's no way out, healing is possible. It might not be a straight path, and it might take time, but people do recover. Whether it's through therapy, medication, self-care practices, or a support network, there are ways to manage depression and regain a sense of joy and purpose in life. Even when it feels like you're drowning, hold on to the hope that things can get better. You are stronger than you think, and you don't have to do it alone. Remember, depression can only be accurately diagnosed through a mental health therapist, and one of its main symptoms is having feelings of sadness for at least 2 weeks. Depression is tough, and it can make you feel like you're stuck in a dark tunnel with no end in sight. But remember, you don't have to go through it alone. There are people who care about you, and there's help available. Healing is possible, even if it doesn't feel like it today. If this video resonated with you, we hope it serves as a reminder that you matter and your mental health is worth fighting for. Please feel free to share this video with anyone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.